Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Harmony One. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump into the TA. So taking a look at the daily chart for Harmony One, you can see that we have reached our 1.618 target based off of this Fibonacci retracement that I've had on the charts for quite a while. The swing high was printed in October 2021, and the swing low was printed all the way back here in June of 2021. And I had this 1.618 target laid out for you many months ago, sitting at 0.01284 cents, or actually it's 0.013 cents. Okay, so we reached that target here in November perfectly. This is a very nice entry for Harmony One, and I think you don't have to go necessarily all in right now just because this is the 1.618, because we still could go lower, obviously, and I did draw a parallel with this swing high that we printed in August 2020. So as you can see, that's literally on the exact same level. That's exactly where we're sitting at right now. So we are retesting this previous resistance as support, which is very typical for a chart to do. But that doesn't mean that we cannot go lower. We can definitely go lower, and our next target would be down here at the second fib level, 0.00589, but I think that's a bit too low. If we can take this resistance that we created in January of 2021, I think that's a more realistic target if we see a capitulation at 0.00790. Now, from the all-time high price, what we've done here is we capitulated down 96.5%. And going down to the new yellow trend line below, that would be a 98% pullback. So still, it is possible we have printed the bottom right now. It is also possible that we might move down and capitulate to our new support area below us sometime in December, maybe January, when we have our last capitulation, because it doesn't look like crypto is about to recover in the next couple of months. I would argue we would only start recovering all the way in spring of 2023. So once we get to spring, things will be more clear, in my opinion. But for now, it doesn't look like we're going to see higher highs for Bitcoin anytime soon. And keep in mind, Bitcoin is the leading factor here for the crypto markets. If Bitcoin is going to continue dropping, altcoins aren't going to be able to sustain their price. They're going to continue dropping, and if you want to know where are the best entry points, that's why I'm here. That's why I make videos for you, not because I'm guessing the bottom or trying to tell you that the altcoin is going to do this or going to do that. No one knows what it's going to do, but I'm rather ready for both options, and I'm ready for it to go up because I have my resistance levels, and I'm ready for it to drop down because I have my support levels. That's really, the motto of my channel is be ready for both outcomes. That's literally what I say in my videos. So yeah, that's just a little thing to throw out there. But jumping into the daily RSI, you can see that we have retested our support block multiple times since October. And we just had a recent touch here November 20th. As you can see, this golden support block has been holding up very nicely. It was a resistance area previously, and you have a support block down below here, sitting at 22.8, and this is an area that we have retested multiple times since April to July 2022. And I certainly think if we see another capitulation, we're going to see us come back. We're going to see the price action come back down into that area. So be on the lookout for that. Those will be good entries. And also keep in mind, you have the white resistance trend line here. You have multiple retests here, a couple of fake outs during the summer, and right now we are above that white trend line, but we're not seeing a very strong break to the upside. So this is very likely going to be a fake out. So if you entered off of the golden support block, then for now it is looking like you're going to run into resistance on the price action chart. So the 20 MA here is a very good area to take some profits. If you entered at the 1.618, that's a 16% move. If you were looking for a swing trade, I don't think that's going to be a bad area for you to take some profits. Now, you can also see that we have flipped this yellow trend line from support to resistance because we lost it here November 9th, and we had a backtest of support a day later, or backtest of resistance, I should say, a day later, and we got sent back to the 1.618 afterwards here, and we're potentially going to print a lower high, and we might be in this descending triangle, as you can see, until we break down, because this support is not going to hold up for very, very long, and descending triangles are mainly a bearish pattern, or there are bearish patterns actually. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind, but these are definitely good entry areas for Harmony One in my opinion, especially if you have been buying all the way up here, right? But don't go all in, never go all in, have some funds on the sidelines ready for Black Swan events. Now, let's switch over to the Binance website. Switching over to the weekly chart on Binance for Harmony One, you can see that we have a support area at 0.00774 based off of these highs that we created in December 2019, February 2020, and the resistance that we had in January of 2021. So that's our next support level. We showed you that on the previous chart, but right now this is the weekly chart, so it's still valid. Now, zooming in a bit more here, you can see that we have a Fibonacci retracement as well from the swing high August 8th to the swing low in June. We have our 1.618 target sitting here at 1 cent basically. So 1 cent is going to be a nice entry for Harmony One. Below that, if we do drop, you have the second fib level as the capitulation target sitting at 0.00815. So that's going to be a nice entry as well. And if we end up going down to the yellow trend line off of the all-time high price, okay, that is going to be, let me get that, that's going to be a 98% pullback. So I think once we get that, that is, if we get that low, I would be more confident in saying that that's our actual bottom rather than this over here and all the bearish news that we're getting right now. So if you are going to start dollar cost averaging in this area and you just put your money through all of these areas, your average buy-in price is going to be around 1 cent, right? But when you start moving up and you start breaking these resistance areas and you at least retrace to the all-time high, then from the bottom, from this potential bottom that you're going to have, let's say your average buy-in price is 1 cent, right? Let's say that's the case. Then to the all-time high, that is a 3,400% move. I think that's a lot of money to be made here. So we have to be smart about our investments and don't be a degen, don't go all in, you know, and don't leverage trade, don't do a 10x, 100x, because you're going to get wrecked, right? And I'm never using futures. I haven't used futures, leverage trading. I simply do spot trading. So that's the way to keep your money secure. So thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important on the chart, please let me know down below in the comments section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join me on Patreon, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.